says, your immersive experience has been hijacked. It is highly recommended that you disconnect.
Good evening, and welcome to the Immersive Experience, a podcast about you, for you, from you. I'm your guide, Desi Lou, and tonight we are hopping into a conversation that I'm sure is much needed. Look, I know what it's like. I know what it feels like to wake up in the morning and before you even open your eyes, you have to mentally jumpstart to summon the energy just to face the day. You look at your goals, your dreams, your vision board, and you feel like you're spinning your wheels, constantly chasing something you can't even grasp. And worse, I know for me, I started to believe that I was self sabotaging, that the problem must be me. You know why? Because society, the economy, and the entire hustle culture tells us one line: to be worthy, we must produce. To be valuable, we must hustle. So we strap on our armor we call strong and we go back to work. Even when we know we need downtime. But the thing that we often miss is there is a spiritual cost to always pushing. There is an exhaustion that sinks in when you realize that showing up strong has stopped working. Tonight, we are going to sit with that armor. We are going to gently take it off and examine the exhaustion underneath. We are stepping fully into the concept of the off season of the soul, the heavy, silent, and necessary time when the weight truly feels real. So, this isn't about fixing your schedule. This is about healing your soul. If you feel like you are supposed to be flourishing, but you are barely surviving, I want you to know that this is your permission slip to be exactly where you are. So, to help us navigate this difficult but necessary conversation, I have brought together three incredible voices. I do have two of them with me right now. We are still waiting on the third to show up. So, we did want to bring these voices in because they each have their own approach to this ideal of strength and struggle from a powerful angle. So, first joining us is a man who knows the mechanics of drive and dedication better than anyone. He's the person people turn to when they need to light a fire, but today we are asking him about the fuel tank when it runs empty. So please, you guys, give a warm welcome to Mario. Where my applause at? There they is. There it is.
Hey, what's up?
How you feeling? How you feel?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I feel
Can
good.
you hear me
Okay,
okay?
okay, okay. All right. Huh?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me good, or am I breaking up again?
I can hear you fine. So, for the ones that want to come on here, like, and join and see what we talking about and going on, like, can they just go on your page or do you have to send them a link?
No, they can either go on YouTube or yeah, they can find it on my Facebook page or the Immersive Experience on Facebook. That is streaming in all places currently right now.
Okay, cool.
All
All right.
right. So
One take.
next up, we have someone who understands the physics and the physical and mental demand of constant performance. His life is defined by pushing limits and maintaining discipline. Yet we know that even peak performers hit their limits. He is an inspiration in the world of discipline. Please welcome Mr. Accountability. All right, applause. You need to start working because that applause a little slow. I don't fucking know. So,
Man, hey, yo.
Say not
What's,
again.
go- what's going on, Dad? What's going on, Rio? How y'all
Going
feeling?
good. How y'all feeling, man?
Can't complain. Hey, Dad, you be killing it with the introductions. I fuck with it.
She think
all
I
right,
be
but
lying.
Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love.
She
I'm gonna
think
have
I
to do
do sign
something
like
different. I might have to turn my camera off because if my signal keep going bad and then my y'all not gonna be able to hear me because if my voice going in and out and I don't want that problem. So I just want to let y'all know that this might be as much of my face as you guys get. But how do I sound? Can y'all hear, can y'all hear me okay?
You
that made
still
it
sound
work.
the same.
It's the same. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me do this.
Can't really hear you, Des.
It's like you got worse when you turn your camera on.
Okay, am I still really crackly? Does it still sound really bad?
Yes.
Dang, I'm trying. God, hold on, y'all.
I'm listening. I
Oh man, I hate that we have really bad service. Can you guys hear me better now? Huh?
No, it's still about the same. It's a little better, but it's about the same though.
Okay. All right, you guys, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that's a whole lot better.
All right, perfect. So, what's up, Cedric? How you feeling? How you feel? I do apologize, you guys. It's been raining out here, so usually when it rain and I'm in the house, I get really, really terrible signal. It doesn't work for me for some odd reason, so I have to do too much. So after all of the technical difficulties of Desiree Patrice, that's insane. Um, so talking about you gotta start over. Exactly. Well, you guys, welcome to the Immersive Experience, a podcast about you, for you, from you. I'm your guy, Desi Lou. No picture, no face, no case this time. So remember that. Uh, but tonight, what we are going to be talking about is the off season of the soul. And if you were here when we first started, hopefully you guys were able to hear my introduction. I really do hope so, because what we are going to talk about tonight is something that we all encounter, and that's basically just that worn out feeling, that inability to get up in the morning even though we know we have so much to do, so we even have to jumpstart ourselves just to get ready. And what I've stated is that I have three guests that are joining. One of them has not showed up yet, but I do have Mr. Accountability and Mario here right now. And Rio, I'll allow you to go ahead and introduce yourself first, and then Mr. Accountability, after he's done, you can go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them where they can find you, um, and what we can look from for you. I guess I don't know. Just introduce yourself. Really, that's it.
Okay, Mario. A lot of people call me Rio. You can find me on Facebook as Rita Son, and I just came to just basically open up today, and help people understand where we coming from in this podcast, and hope y'all understand and get a better view of things. That's it.
All right, Mr. Accountability.
Well, most of y'all know me already. I've been on Dad's podcast a couple times, but y'all can find me on Facebook at JREL, JAYRELL. I'm just here to, drop some knowledge and learn some knowledge, help people out as much as I can, and go from there.
And I'm sure you guys will help people out as much as you can, and they will appreciate the knowledge that is shared here today. So I'll just start off by asking you guys, like, just from what we've been, like, what I've explained through the introduction and up to now, do you guys feel like you've had like an off season of the soul?
A lot.
Uh, an off season of life? What you talking about?
I said a
Like that's
lot, like
how I be feeling. What an off season of life? Like shit. Every
especially
morning I wake up.
recently.
Talk about it. I'm listening.
So let me look at one of these questions. You want to start with the questions?
No, we
Oh,
just go ahead. Talk about what you say you've been going through a lot recently. So like how you been feeling like it's an off season of the soul for you recently.
well, you said something about like strength, right? I mean, like like holding. You basically said something like holding people weight. You know what I'm saying, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so
Uh
basically that. Huh?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so basically that's why I've been at. Like, well, that's why I've been at for a long time. So I understand the soul part because it's been a long time, but definitely holding other people weight and just not even putting the blame on everybody, but definitely like it just was a breaking point. It's been a breaking point for me. So and it get hard, especially when you're dealing with family and stuff like that. But it's been a breaking point because you got to know it's hard to stop. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you that type of person, you're not, you're a good person and stuff like that. So that's when it get heavy when you actually care. People that don't care, you know what I'm saying, is easy to let go and just don't care. But for the ones who care, it definitely get like overwhelming. But you gotta have that discipline and you gotta know when to uh not block your blessings, you know what I'm saying, but also when to put yourself first too. So if that makes sense to y'all and everybody.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Jarrell, that's accountability.
um, I'm gonna piggyback on what Rio said a little bit. And you know me, I'm Rio. You don't know, but I'm devil's advocate a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say I agree and disagree. Right? A lot of people are told that lie all the time. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It really ain't that hard until you try. And once you try, it's like, damn, that was it. And I get it because I'm a caring person. I always look out for people. I always have, always will. But I take accountability of what happens to me based on what they do because I allowed it. So I can't
Right.
be mad at you for you showing me you, right?
Thanks.
And I agree with you when you said sometimes you can't block your blessings. everything is a blessing in some way, whether it be positive or negative. You learn something from it. You take something from it. You gain something from it, right? But how you move after that, that's on you. That's why I say it's not really hard because you in control of all your choices.
Right.
So for me, as far as like what you asked is, I can't say I've been going through the seasons. I'm all mental. So for me, it's I'm either gonna do something or I'm not.
Right.
Things gonna happen regardless in my life. I know that. But how I come out of that is what matters to me the most. I may get upset, I may get mad like the next person, cool, fine, dandy, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna hold on to that for too long because I know at the end of the day, if I don't get up and do it, who else is?
Right.
So I can't really say I've been going through the seasons. I really just been going through the days and progressing each day.
Right. I definitely feel that. I feel that, and I agree with you because it's crazy because it's different levels. So you at the point where you already kind of you conquered that already. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, you know how to move. I'm at the stage where I'm starting to just know, but and I'm also moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it in action. So that's why I said it's like you said, like when you said you would say it's kind of hard, but then when you do it, you be like, that's it. I felt that. Honestly, I felt everything you said. You know what I'm saying? You was right on point. So I'm right. Like I'm knocking at the door to get to where you at. You see what I'm saying? So I see it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just moving. I was just, you know what I'm saying where I was at. But I agree with everything you said. And it's crazy because the person that taught me what you said is actually Desiree. She told me that. She said, okay, this is how she said it. She said, if someone show you who they are, how could you be mad? Like if you know this person already, how could you be mad if they did something to show you, you know what I'm saying, who they are? That you
Mm-hmm.
can only blame yourself. You can't be mad. You can only so I understood everything you said. I definitely agree too. So yeah, you definitely
And when you said you a good person, I literally just had this conversation with somebody earlier, and I told her flat out, "You are a good person." Like I've met a lot of people in my life, but it ain't that many I can say where you just flat out you a good person,
right.
right? And that hits deep because everybody say, "Oh, I'm a good person. I'm a good person." Are you really though? Like
Exactly.
honestly, you know. But like I'm gonna give you a little in a sense a task, right? Because you said you a caring person, right? It's hard to say no. It's hard to stop.
Right.
It's perfect because Christmas coming up. Find one person or how many people that you care about, right? That kind of do you a little shady. Buy them a card, a gift card, and a universal present. What I mean by universally is you can technically give it to anybody, right?
Right.
But don't give them the universal gift. Give them the card and the $20 gift card first. Say, hey, look, Merry Christmas. I got you a card. I got you this. It's sentimental from me. Write up in it. Write whatever you want. See how they react or act towards you, and that
Right.
lets you know whether you getting this gift or you ain't getting shit else.
Right.
Because people gonna beat them regardless, right? So if you gonna
Right.
show me that you not appreciating me for real, you only care about what I can do for you, then shit, cool. I know that means I gotta do more for myself than I was for you.
Right.
It's
I
Exactly.
like
like that.
little, little small things like that really show you who and how a person really messes with you and or what they want from you. Because if they can get things out of you, sometimes people play that line of, oh, I'm here, I got you. They only here and they got you because they know what you can do for them. They
Right.
know, damn, hey, Rio really got my back, so I can't mess this up. So I'm
And
gonna I'm gonna play that line thin and keep it kind of smooth. That way he don't go nowhere.
right.
And
And
family do it all the time because family feel like we family. So that don't mean
facts.
nothing. We could be
Facts.
family all day long, but at the end of the day, you still can get treated just like a person outside. You gonna keep doing me wrong. At some point, I'm gonna walk.
I'm there. I'm definitely there already. I feel that. Hmm. And the crazy thing is the difference between them years. Honestly, like being honest is like the stuff that I provide mostly like okay, we can say financially it's like bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Because I got financially I got some stuff going on. I'm trying to get myself together, but like The other stuff I provide is something you can't pay for. It's like this is for everything. So that's why it's big with me. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than that. Like I already went through the materialistic thing. That's not nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you ready to lose your freedom, your life, your you know what I'm saying, your time, the most important and valuable things, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm at with it. So, it'd be way deeper than that. And not even just with family. It's just everybody. It's just me.
No, I feel like sometimes just step back, bro. Like your mental
Facts.
and your time go hand in hand. Because mentally, if you on my mind, you taking up time out of my life. So
Yeah.
it's like sometimes step back and allow a person to miss you, allow somebody to need you, and let them show you how they really gonna act.
Good evening, Tyrian. How you feeling? How you feel? I'm happy to see the show back as well. Happy to see you in the comments. Thank you all for tuning in. But I agree with everything that you all are saying as well. I would say like for me, like my off seasons of the soul be a little like fuck y'all. Like I don't want to do this shit. What you talking about? Like I'll be opting out of everything that life got to offer. Like I, my a lot of my things, and I know Jay, you talk about it being choices and stuff like that, but sometimes what we have to be strong for does not leave strength or a whole lot of room for the things that we want to do to better ourselves. And I think that goes into everything that you all were talking about like discipline, about the accountability that you have to have. Like how do you work through everything else draining you, and like how you were just telling Rio, like you have to learn to say no. It's not hard for me. Oh, that ain't. It's not hard for me to say no to people. If you know me, you know this. But like, it's not hard for me to say no to people. I think sometimes like the hardest thing it is for me is to put my expectation away for people. And so it's just kind of like, okay, I'll say like I don't even know if this would be considered something that we would consider an off season of the soul. But let's say I've had my podcast for like, I don't know, maybe 2, 3 years now, maybe possibly. And I like, okay, it's like you could go around and you support everybody else. And it's that's draining for me. But I can't make anybody do anything that they don't want to do or that they're not doing. So I guess one way for me to combat the off season of my soul was learning like, okay, this is you. This is the moment that you're in. And this goes back to what you were saying, Jay. Like, what you finna do? Like, and that's something I always ask myself. That's something always find myself asking. When I feel stuck in a moment, when I feel like I don't got no strength, when I feel like I don't got, like, what you finna do? Like, and I answer myself in that moment, oh, we finna take a nap, bitch. Like, we need to go to sleep. Like, you feel me? Like, I really be trying to be realistic with myself. Like, what's your reset? And so, like, what's a reset for you all? Like, how do you strip yourself of those feelings, even if you know it's your choice, Mr. Accountability? How do your feelings not flare up in that moment still? So then, how do you strip yourself of those feelings and then say, "Oh, that's just expectation. Now let's get back to business."
To be honest, I don't. You have to feel, right? If you don't
Hmm.
feel, you really won't learn you. And I say
Hmm.
that because how you feel is how you're gonna react most of the time. You're not gonna always like I'm a very mental person, right? But my mental kicks in after my emotions are gone. I have to allow
Hmm.
myself to feel those emotions and see how that feels for me and see how that hurt me, see how that damaged me, or see how that affected my life based on the choices I made after how I felt. Right? Mentally, I gotta decide whether I'm gonna react out of emotions or thoughts. So I allow myself to feel those feelings. It's human to feel those feelings. That's perfectly fine. That's okay. You can't cut off how you feel. People act like they can or say they can. You really can't. Right? If you felt for a person in any kind of way, how they do you or what they do to you, you can't cut that off. All you could do is mentally know I gotta move here first. I can't move here because moving here is what got me to the pain that I felt. Right. And since I felt that pain once before, I know how it feels. So when it hit again, now I know, cool. Last time I moved emotionally. Now I gotta move mentally because it already hit me that first time. It's okay if it hits you again. It's gonna hit you again. That's just life. You can't cut off your expectations for a person. I try to, it's impossible because you always gonna want for yourself too. You know what you want for yourself. You know the kind of effort you put out for other people. You gonna naturally expect it in return. Especially if a person say, "Hey, I fuck with you," right? I'm gonna give you a small example. There's, I fuck with you. When you first started doing a podcast, I was on it. I blinked off. I got back on it again. I blinked off. Yeah, I could sit and say everything everybody else say. Life happens, right? I could.
Hmm.
At the same time, I'm accountable for my life choices. If I know for a fact your podcast is on Sundays at 7 p.m. where I'm at, my time,
Hmm.
I should be able to create that little space to make time for you because I know you would do the same for me, right? And not to say I would do it just because you're gonna do it for me. I made a commitment to you as well. So in reality, when people make a commitment to themselves, they make damn sure that most of the time when it's something they want, they go out and get it done. That's why I don't make excuses for myself. And you and I have talked before. Hey, look, I should have been on it. My apologies, I wasn't. It's no if and the bus about it. You asked, wait, what's going on? I was at football. That was it. It wasn't. It ain't no excuse. It ain't no bullshit. But I was at football, or I was out with my kids. It ain't no excuse. At the end of the day, I could have worked around that in a way. In most cases, I was at football because another team asked me randomly, "Hey, you trying to play?" And I'm a football junkie, so in my head, I let go of damn. I got this podcast, and I allow football to move in. So naturally, if you feel like, damn, Drill, like we've been cool for a while, like you couldn't miss football for me. That expectation to feel that is 100% fine because I say I fuck with you. I have
But
to
that
show
would
it
be
too.
like, that would be madly insane. So here's the thing of like how these expectations of mine work. They're very loosely based, okay? And the reason I say that is because Rio made a very important point when he came on. When somebody showed me what they interested in, like as long as I have known you, like since Dominique, all of us, like what? I can't even believe we was all crowded up in there like that in the first place. But we was
Man,
living. No.
it was fun though.
But so like even since then, like and one thing that I've always known about you is like that you definitely gonna do your football, you dig. And so like even for like even Rio, like even Nunu, China, Mental, Jazz, all of them, like they still be popping up, they still watch, they still support. Like I when I tell you like it's a one thing that I have truly had to learn in my off season of the soul, and me feeling like I'm not going anywhere, and me feeling like I'm spinning my wheels, is being grateful for the shit that's right in front of me, bro. Like we be sitting here thinking about, oh, I could have 50 million views, or I could have been did ba 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 if such and such and such and such, but you got such and such attention. This person always coming in and commenting. This like we be quick to run past all the shit that's already in front of us and we yelling about all of the things that we want, and but we not really paying attention to what we already getting, how we already blessed with the people that's in front of us. So like I really truly understand what you're saying. Like we can't put expectation away, we can't put none of that away. But if I could tell you to do anything, first and foremost, that's to put gratitude in the front of your mind. You feel me? Like if we not grateful for the people that do show up, if we not grateful for the things that that are happening, that's going the right way, like bro, we be treating ourselves so much harsher because it's a thing of like, oh, you supposed to be further along. And who told you you were supposed to be further along? All because society says so. Oh, because by the time I graduated with my bachelor's degree, I'm supposed to be making 30,000, um, $30,000 a month or some shit like that. But that's not the case. We got all of these expectations that everybody expecting us to live up to. You wonder why you burnt out? Because you trying to meet a criteria that you're not even built to meet. Like, look, literally look at the economy. They just the federal minimum wage just went up from 7.25 to 9.25. And let's be for real, who living off of $9.25? You don't think the burnout gonna be hella tough? They making you break your back to get to some place, and you kind of just like, nah, like I'm telling you, like souls be worn the fuck out. And it's not always just external pressure. It go back to what Rio was saying. Like it be it be the shit that people can't see that be being weighed down. Your authenticity, your generosity, like that shit be they be trying to tap you out. All right, y'all. Y'all got anything to say before I ask the next question? Oh, Rio, you didn't get to answer the question.
What? Which question?
The question was like how do you navigate that those expectations, or like how do you get over that? Is there a way that you get over that?
I don't know. I ain't at that point yet. I don't know. Cause I'm still. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still, especially like the type of person I am. I definitely expect like whatever I don't know. I expect whatever I do or however I come. I expect it to be genuine. Cause mine is genuine. Like, So I could see if I was a person that always take, never get. You know what I'm saying? Just always expect something. I'm that person that feel like somebody owe me something. Nobody owe me nothing. And in reality, that is true too. But I'm saying though, like when you get that love and it's just a respect thing. It's a you know what I'm saying. It's a lot. They're following a lot of different characters. So right now, I'm definitely not at that moment right now where I know to overcome it or how to overcome it. Still working.
I feel that. I think you'll find some different ways to do it. One of my biggest things that I utilize is that, yeah, it's Maya Angelou. When somebody show you who they are, believe them. Like, and that's really what it is. Like, okay, my expectation too high for you. Like, okay, Rio. One thing I always tell you is that your loyalty is like match. What you talking about? Like, you feel me? Like, I really feel like, oh, person ass. I don't know, but
So listen, not to cut you off, I got a question. So if you say that about me, do you understand why I feel like my expectations is like why I ain't overcome it yet and why I'm still like that? Because the type of person I am, like
no,
my
because
loyalty is.
no, but I don't understand why you like that. Cause I think this is something that I know that you've been working on for a little bit now, and that's understanding your worth. If you understand that you have something that's that valuable, that it's priceless. You understand if people kill for the shit that you carry. Like what I'm gonna have to expect something from you for? You feel me? Like the people that's gonna fuck with you just gonna find you, and they gonna fuck with you, and they gonna fuck with you loyally, because that's just how they built. It's innate to them. What you have taught me, what Nunu taught me, what Jay has taught me, is that if you could surround yourself with people who are just like you, who reciprocate the same way that you reciprocate. Like what I've learned, and I was telling somebody this today, and I said I have been so blessed that I have strong we's. People always ask me, oh, Desiree, why you so positive? Why you so this? Why you so that? Man, you don't know the people I got backing me. You feel me? Like it's yeah, it's a little disappointing to be like, oh, I only got 2 views today. Oh shit. But it means nothing. Because it don't tarnish the worth that I got. It don't tarnish the backing that I got. The people who show up, the people who be listening to my poetry, who tap in, listen to the podcast, let me ask them questions, let me poll them. Like it's so many people that back me, and in a moment I would feel so like dirt low because somebody told me no, or I'd be damned if social media make me feel like, oh, ain't nobody fucking with me because I got 3 views today and only got 2 likes. Like, that's not real. Like, like, be for real. Like, so, and to you, like, be for real. Like, if that person was real, then they would notice the real in you. But they not. What Tupac say? Realize, realize, realize. And that's just what that is. You feel me? Like, and that's really what it is. If people can see, then they gonna see who the fuck you is. And you don't need to try to convince them like, oh yeah, this shit priceless. Now you need to respect this, respect that. If they wanted to respect it, then they would. What niggas always tell females, if he wanted to, then he would. And it's the same thing in any situation.
I feel that.
Okay. So you guys, so for the next question, what is the difference between genuine vulnerability and performing vulnerability for attention?
Genuine vulnerability is genuinely I'm creating time for you. Genuinely I'm putting out effort for no with nothing in return. I don't want anything. I'm genuinely doing this because this is me. Right? I'm genuinely
Yeah.
there for you because this is me. This is just the person I am. No matter how you gonna treat me, this is just me. And that's me understanding and knowing I ain't tripping on what you gonna do. I know you. I know what you gonna do. I know how you gonna do shit. I know you're not gonna do the same thing I'm gonna do. Right? So ain't no point in me expecting anything in return. So I know I'm genuinely doing this because I'm choosing to do it. That's like if a person asks me $50 today and they say gonna pay me back Friday. Friday roll around, I ain't gonna hit you. Is what it is. But you gonna hit me again in about 2 weeks. Hey, cuz you got another dub I can borrow. I'm either gonna choose to give you the shit because I'm a genuine person and I care to look out for motherfuckers, or I'm gonna say, nah, I'm cool. Mm, I'm good. But if I did that, I'm not looking for anything in return. I ain't looking for the $50 back. I genuinely just gave you that because you said you was hurting. And I know what it's like to be in that position of hurting, right? Then you got some people who do things for what I like to call social media eyes, right? You got people who will a lot of people got kids, right? You get certain people who really don't do anything with their kids, but they'll post on social media. You think, oh, this person's such a good parent. This person's such a good grandparent. This person's a good uncle. In reality, they really ain't shit to that kid. They really ain't no good, but they're doing it to get attention. People will. I hate when people post good deeds. Like, don't post. Oh, let me go out here and post. Me helping a homeless person get their hair cut, and then buy them
Right.
an outfit, right? Okay, cool. You bought that one outfit, gave me a haircut. What about the next time? Because is you gonna keep doing it? If not, ain't no point in doing it the first time.
Right.
I'm doing it right now just so people say, "Oh man, that's so caring, that's so thoughtful, that's so." You really want to look out for this person? Help them get back on track. Help them actually get better. Get them a job at your shop. You cut hair. Give him a job sweeping the floor. I guarantee he's gonna be grateful. He or she gonna be grateful. That's how you look out for a person continuously that's genuine. But you doing something just to get eyes on you, that's weird to me. Like, people want to be good people in the eyes of everybody else. Be a good person in the eyes of yourself. And to do that, it's just doing it just off general, just off GP. It's not, oh, I'm doing this because this person around, that person around. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it because I'm in a relationship. So I'm gonna be good to this girl because I'm in a relationship and this is how I'm gonna get her to love me. What? I'm doing it because it's just flat out me. I'm not doing this and that around my girl's friends to my girl's friends because, see, damn girl, you got a good one. I don't care what they think. I'm doing it because it's me. This is naturally me every day, and that to me is the difference.
Okay, Rio.
I really don't got nothing to say. You really hit it on the head. I mean, it ain't really too much of a difference that you can say. I definitely agree with what he said, but yeah,
All right. So, Rio, if every single person you know and every platform vanished tomorrow, would you still believe in the wholeness of your own story?
yeah. You said every person I know vanished,
Uh huh.
and every platform. Yeah, I definitely. I don't know. Yeah, I say yeah. Why wouldn't I?
I don't
What
know
every
why
per-
wouldn't.
what every person and every platform got to do with me?
Nothing. Not a motherfucking
So I
thing.
feel like I don't know. I mean, every person vanished. I don't know. I think yeah. I think I still feel how I feel. What do you mean by that? Be more clear so I don't know. I don't
No, I think
think I.
you answered that question perfectly fine. You understood it correctly. That's how I saw. I don't know. Be more clear. I'm
Oh
as
no,
clear
let
as
me
I could
cut.
get.
Let me
Like, if every person vanished, like, would my like basically it's asking like if everything that you know that has shaped you or you deem to have made you the way that you are, if it vanished, would your story still be valid?
let it still be valid. Hell no. I change. I change now
Oh, okay. Why you change it? Why it wouldn't be valid no more?
because you wouldn't be the same person.
You wouldn't be the same person because those people gone.
Yeah, like you wouldn't have had the same experience, right? If everybody disappeared.
I mean, you
What
still
do you
had
mean?
those
Like
same
that's
experiences. It don't take the experience away. The people just gone. They don't exist
oh
no more. So when you
yeah
said
oh
it, your pain would still be your pain.
yeah. Well, I guess I don't know. That question is
What that
sending me
question
through.
was?
That
Bench you
that
for.
question sending me for a loop.
I feel like I'm losing my greatness again. Y'all can still hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, um, we have Miss Lorinda, and so she just entered the studio, and she is going to be our beautiful and profound voice of compassion. She is a woman who guides people through the deepest emotional winters and helps them find poetry in the pain. Her work directly addresses the weight we carry when we stop pretending. She is a grief counselor, a poet, and also an advocate, and she also wears many, many other titles. So, you guys, please help me welcome Miss Miranda. Hello, good evening. How are you? I'm breaking up now.
No, you good.
Oh, okay. Miss Lorenza, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I was having some trouble. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I could definitely hear you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was having some troubles earlier, so my camera is currently off. I do apologize. I usually like to be on camera, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Hey, work in
So,
progress.
absolutely, forever. So you came in, and we're right on the tail end of the conversation. So anything that you would like to add to the off season of the soul? How do you like? What is the off season of the soul to you? Have you had a place where you've been through that, and how did you come back from that?
I am so sorry. It broke up all the way through until the end of that.
Oh man. I was saying, what are your thoughts on the off season of the soul? How did you come back from one of those moments? What practical advice could you give us as well?
Okay. So when I think of off season of the soul and the conversation piece that you all may have had tonight, I'm thinking of moments where we have to go and introspect. where we get quiet. We've just gone through a storm, and we're trying to find ourselves again through any revelations that came through that. And so the easiest way for me to answer this question is off seasons in my life are reoccurring. I don't know about anybody on here, but every time I pass one season in my life and I passed the test, I've learned the lessons, I dealt with the teachable moments, I introspected, I looked at myself. I had, I graduated that stage in my life. And as I elevated, I was going to have another season in my life where there were new teachable moments, new levels, new devils, new things to deal with, um, an awakening in my soul, allowing me to see the things that were hindering me, whether it was something that was self inflicted or my outside environment did, or just me not taking care of myself. So in my off seasons, what I had to learn is it's ever evolving, ever changing, and it's never ending. As we grow, we're subject to change. We have to change our mindsets, our behaviors, the way that we view things, how we allow our eye gates, our ear gates, and our mind to process information. So during my off seasons, the first thing that I always tend to do is isolate. And sometimes that's by choice, and sometimes that's just where a place where God has me to put me in this place where it just needs to be me and you so that you can see that life is not always pretty, but it's doable. And there's moments that you just have to rest, even in the mess. So in my off seasons, I isolate, and I isolate because I struggle, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I struggle with mental health challenges. I struggle with my mental well-being not always being intact, and I have to be mindful of that. So I have to be mindful of who's in my circle when I'm on my downtime. And so the off seasons of the soul, I'm very careful of who I interact with because I also struggle with suicidal ideations. And that's not everybody's journey, but that is my journey. And no matter how well I seem to be, how many things I achieve, there's things in my life that have hindered me. My trauma and my triggers have hindered me from progressing. So just getting into a quiet place, maybe journaling through those moments, and just writing down so I can have a paper trail of where I've been and the things that I've overcome and the things that I've grown from. And then getting people around me that are not going to feed into my state at that time. They're going to um, help me through those hard lessons. They're going to give me the hard truths. They're going to be disruptors and not allow me to be who I've always been in those moments, which have hindered me. I do a lot of soul searching and getting into my word. I can tell you since December 14th, I've been consistently in my word, learning and applying biblical practices to what I do and how I heal. So there's a lot of things that I have done in my off season to get me to a stable place. Like even now, I've gotten to a place where I've done pretty much all I can do on my own. So I sought a counselor and a psychiatrist to help me and to help me process these moments and rephrase the things that come out of my mouth because we know power of life and death is in the tongue, and we have to show ourselves as much grace as we show others around us that may not even need it as bad as we need it in that moment, but being okay with not being okay and being okay with being vulnerable and authentic and transparent of how I feel, and being able to label what I feel and put a name on it and associate with these are my traumas and triggers when I'm down bad in this season in my life. These are the things that I'm apt to do that may cause me harm and have setbacks come into my life. So there's a lot of different things that I have learned to do in my off season, but the biggest thing is mindset shift and giving myself grace to be a mess, grace to be okay, because that's a lot of where the message comes from is actually sitting in the mess and getting to love yourself and the good, the bad, and the ugly of yourself. And I hope that kind of answers your question of some of the things that I've done or dealt with in my off season to help me get to the next stage and overcome those challenges.
I want to start talking, but I feel like you're not going to get hear me.
Hold on. Let me change.
Yeah, you break it up again a little bit, Des.
Stop.
Okay, can you hear me better now? Or is it
It's not you.
is it mine on my end?
No, it's Des.
No.
I can hear
Okay.
you fine. Can you hear me?
Not really.
So bad. Well, I'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and end the podcast. If you can't make out what I'm saying, you can go ahead and leave us with any words of encouragement that you have, and then we will go ahead and exit off. Rio,
I hear you a little bit.
She said if you want to leave any words of like, encouragement or anything you want to say.
Uh, I could just say I want to say regardless of what life uh throws at you or put you through, just put God first, then put yourself second, and just stay focused. You know, that's really it.
all right, Mr. Accountability.
I'm you know what I mean. I'm simple. Uh, Simple actions always get better results. Don't put yourself in situations that you know you got to climb out of. Things gonna happen regardless. Do your best to make things easier to climb out of, as opposed to always helping everybody else. Mentally, not everybody has a lot of mental toughness, right? Find ways to recreate thoughts in your mind. Like I know you were speaking, Lorinda, about how you go through mental struggles, right?
Hmm.
Understandable fully. Find ways to do something different. I know you said you write. Anytime you having like some downtime and you having one of those mental days, do something different this time. Don't write. Go out and go to the dollar store and get like a board and just draw. Go out and go to the movies. Go out to eat. You'll see something that'll equate to your life while you out to eat, and it'll just be in that moment of like, dang, like how was this right on time? You may drive past a sign that just says keep going, even though you're talking about electric cars. You may drive past some kids, and they may be doing actions that are very relevant to what you're going through right now.
Hmm.
Trying to mix it up. I know mental toughness is not easy to come by, and mentally, your actions and your life can really be formed based on the mental.
Absolutely.
Don't get complacent in always writing or always resorting to one thing. Give yourself a variety. And I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong. Just try a different variety of things. It helps the mental to not think about what's mentally there, if that makes sense.
Hmm. It definitely does. So I just want to chime into what you said. Writing is one of the things that I do. And I apologize for getting on. For some reason, I thought this started at 9, and so we were supposed to be on by 8:45 to start. So I do apologize. I don't know how I got the time mixed up, but hopefully I can interact with you all on in a at another time. So there's plenty of opportunities. I know Des and I will collab on some things, and I would love to have you all sit at the table to take your to hear your perspective, because the male perspective is much needed in this time, the season that we're in. But going back to some of the things that you said, writing, and the reason that I write is I call those emotional vomits. And so writing, I'm actually going on my ninth book. I just finished my eighth book. So I'm going on my ninth book right now. But
Congrats on that.
thank you. So I use poetry in those. So I use poetry. I use my John Maxwell speaking and coaching and grief recovery, psychological first aid, and I meld those things together to not only tell my story, but to tell it with through evidence-based information. So that's what comes out of my writing. I also have self-taught myself to paint through COVID. So I do have, if you look behind me, which you can't see, I have easels and painting material. I love anything art. I go out in the community and I get artists to come together and we just get on stage and we do spoken word and poetry. So there are a lot of things that I do creatively to give myself an outlet. And my most favorite thing, though, is just sitting on the beach and watching the ebb and flow of the waves. I don't care who else is there. It's just me, the water, and God. So I definitely get what you're saying when you say get some things outside of the norm of what we do to change our perspective. Because I know that, like if we're all sitting in front of a chalkboard and we're in the room, if we move 2 inches to the right or 2 inches to the left, it's going to change our perspective because it changes our views and we're going to look at things differently. So I wholeheartedly believe in what you say when change it up when you're going through things mentally, and that changes the whole situation. So I love what both of you have already said, and I wish I could have heard what you were saying previously. But one of the things that I would love to leave everyone with is two things. When we're talking about soul searching, when we're talking about getting to know ourselves, physician, heal thyself, just remember that sometimes the healing hurts more than the wound does. So it's okay to feel uncomfortable in those moments of growth. It's okay to sit back and reflect and take your time and heal. It's okay to know that there's no time frame that is saying that healing is supposed to happen like this. Grief is not linear, which means you don't go from acceptance to hope to, all the stages, the 7 stages of grief, as by Elizabeth Kubler. But you have to do everything in your timing, because you can smell something, see an event, watch something on TV, and it may set you back. But as long as you have that awareness, as you're going through your healing process, remember, it's your journey. There's nobody, every one of us could have gone through the same thing, but we're going to approach our healing journey differently. And that's one of the things that I want people to remember, as well as give yourself grace. I guarantee if we talked about all the people we forgave for all the things that they've done to us or that we've allowed them to do to us, we gave them grace in that situation. And it's important that we extend that same grace to us. We're human. There's no book outside of the Bible that actually is going to give us, steps of how we can proceed in life, but God has given people knowledge and the wisdom to guide us. So there's no blueprint or there's no manuscript, what I'm trying to say, on how we can bounce back from this journey. But there are a lot of resources out there to help us. Just pick the one for us. It's not cookie cutter. Pick the one that works for you. It's okay to be the weirdo. It's okay to go rogue. It's okay to go and be silent. And it's okay to say no to people, places, and things, as long as it allows you to get back and center yourself and be who you are authentically. If you're a mess, be you authentically. Be very transparent in your dealings with yourself and your others. Learn to love the good, the bad, and the ugly in yourself, because it's all beautiful and it's a part of your story writing itself. So that is what I want to leave everybody with.
Love it, love it. And we'll definitely collab again for sure. I'm always down.
Yeah,
There's a
Awesome.
hit me, let me know.
I, I,
Uh,
I'll definitely be here.
Awesome.
Well, I'll definitely let you guys all know. I know I'm probably sounding a lot better now. You can actually hear me. That is what I will say, Lorinda, is that is the only reason why I was ending the podcast early. Like even when we came in, my things started messing up. Usually I don't mind if we go over. I love conversation. I love educating people on different perceptives is what am I looking for? What is the word?
perspective,
Perspective.
perspective.
Perspectives. Thank you. Help me find it, you guys. My brain is some type of everywhere right now because I'm frustrated.
Hmm.
And so, like, um, and I appreciate you guys for coming out and to everything that you said, everything that I heard. What I do know is you're absolutely 1,000% correct. I know we were talking about needing strong we's. We were talking about needing that community. Also being able to believe in yourself, to see the things that you see in everybody else and yourself. And I know you came in and you touched on a lot of those things. Basically, you wrapped it up very, very nicely. No need for the long-winded like conversation or rebuttal. And I would love to always I love talking to all of you guys because you just have so many different perspectives, and I think they are very important. It helps me reach a broader audience of people opposed to me just talking by myself, because one thing we all have to understand, especially when we're reaching out to communities, is that you need to diversify the group that you're with. You can't just come in with all professional people. You can't just come in because, contrary to popular belief, I don't relate to that professional black lady. I'm sorry. Like, I need somebody that's a little more, like get in your face. Some people need soft people. That's how everybody keep trying to tell people like gentle parenting works. No, it does not. You have not met my son. You don't know how this little boy works. You don't know that. Like, so um on top of everything, if you haven't already, I believe one of the most important things that you should do is get to know yourself. Look within yourself a little more. It's easy for us to look outside of ourselves, to always put what is valuable to us outside of us. But the most valuable thing, the most valuable possession that you have is yourself. And didn't God put himself in the most uncanny place that you got to look in the mirror to see him, that you got to wake up every day, you got to consult your own mentality, you got to do all of these things every single day just to touch the piece of God that resides inside of you. And may you keep digging. May you keep flourishing. May you keep waking up every day with the audacity to live life just a little more, because something tried to take you out. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the immersive experience. And Rito, Miss Lorenza, and Mr. Accountability, thank you for making tonight possible. And I look forward to speaking with all of you again on multiple occasions, of course. Have a great night.
Good night.
Too.
Y'all too.